Welcome to this cNeuro tutorial, part 1. After you have logged in, you will see your list of patients. You can then select patient and select the module. I'm now selecting cMRI. cMRI is a tool for quantitative analysis of T1 and flare images. You can scroll your images. You have the ordinary image viewing controls available here. cMRI segments the brain into 133 brain regions. You can review the segmentations by selecting this overlay, and you can toggle the overlay on and off like this to review the quality of the segmentation. cMRI then computes the volume of each structure and compares this to a normative database. And here to the left you see a summary view of all the key structures that are relevant for a memory clinic patient. If you want to review one structure in more detail, you can click on it, and then you will see the patient's value compared to the percentiles in this normative database. If you want to dig deeper and, for example, review temporal lobe structures, you can select and review like this. In the same way, you can look at flare findings and review white matter hyperintensities, again with comparison to normative data. And you can select reports. There are two reports, one intended for the referring physician and one that is more patient-oriented. In addition, we have another module, cDSI. cDSI is intended for the referring clinician, so the neurologist. So here to the left we have all the data that is available for this particular patient. So the patient has biomarker from cerebrospinal fluid, then we have a clinical data including memory tests, neuropsych tests. In this case we also have genetics, and then we have the imaging findings that comes from cMRI. So cDSI is a machine learning system that has been trained with data from previous patients, and the system is now comparing my patient's data to these previous patients, and it's telling us that Alzheimer's disease is the most similar disease, with frontotemporal lobe dementia being the second most likely, and the system is then contrasting AD versus FTD. So here we see, with all data combined, the red distribution are all my previous AD cases, the blue are all my previous FTD cases, and the yellow line is my current patient. Then I can review how my all data contributes to this suggestion. So here I can review the contribution from each biomarker, from each test. I can with one glance see here, based on the color, whether it points towards AD or to FTD. If I click on one of these biomarkers, I will see the value in the patient, and again compared to the previous distributions of AD and FTD. The size of the box here tells me what is the importance of this particular biomarker for differentiating between these two diseases. And for example, if I want to look at AD versus cognitive normal, well, then I can select this. There's also a progression model here where you can review your patient versus stable MCI and progressive MCI for assessing the risk for a patient to progress to dementia, which is more relevant for mild cases. So in summary, cMRI shows how the patient's MRI differs from what is expected in a age and gender matched healthy control, while cDSI combines all information and provides information about which disease is the most likely and what is the risk for progression. Thank you very much.